Well, hello everyone. I'm Shaurya. I was an aspirant for CLAT 2025, and if all the controversy surrounding the result settles down, hopefully I'll get into Nalsar Hyderabad this year as all-India rank 39. The last time I posted a video on this channel was regarding CLAT was over a month ago, and that was because if you've seen the other videos I posted, you'd know that I was busy with farewell at my school and pre-boards and all that stuff. But now that I have some spare time, I thought I should use this wisely, productively, and specifically this video is about questions that if I had the answer to when I was just starting out my own preparation, maybe it would have been a bit easier. Not really easier, but less complicated. I wouldn't be stumbling around like I did during my preparation if I had the answers to these questions. So if you're a 26 aspirant watching this, hopefully you'll find this helpful. And if you're a 25 aspirant, uh, maybe you can confirm that you had these questions as well and they troubled you as well. The first question is, do I need to be a dropper to succeed in CLAT? Because when you socialize with other CLAT aspirants, some of whom are droppers, लगता है कभी कभार नहीं कि they have so much time on their hands to study while I have to deal with school as well. But really, no, I'm the best living example of this. Ki I juggled school, a lot of hobbies. I play the guitar, I write poems. I had to juggle socializing as well. But still, I'm sitting here. So if I can do that, you can as well. You don't really need to be a dropper. Sure, it benefits you a lot because then you have a lot more time on your hands. But if you don't have that much time, that's also completely all right. If I can do it, you can as well. You just have to be smart with your time, and you have to understand when to prioritize school and when to prioritize CLAT. For example, for the first few months, I really didn't study much for CLAT at all because I had my project files, I had my exams and notebooks and all that stuff. But as the year drew to an end, school shifts more from notebooks and regular classes to pre-boards. And around that time, I was able to get an exemption for the first pre-board exam and a leave from my school for the month of November. And that really helped a lot because then I was able to focus exclusively on CLAT. If your school allows that for you, then wonderful. But even if you don't have that much luxury, you can still just adapt. Maybe you'll have to accept scoring a bit lower in your school exams in order to score a bit higher in CLAT. You have to make changes like that. You have to make sacrifices like that. But it's still very much possible. So the first question, do you need to be a dropper to succeed in CLAT? Nope, not at all. Number two, do you need to read the newspaper every single day to succeed in the current affairs section of CLAT? I would say this depends on another thing, that how's your reading speed? Can you read a CLAT level exam at a comfortable pace within the allocated time? I can't speak, for God's sake. Can you read a CLAT level based exam within the allocated time at your own comfortable pace? If you can, then you don't really need to read the newspaper. But if you do need to improve your reading speed, then yeah, you should read the newspaper because then you're hitting two birds with one stone. You're improving your current affairs as well as improving your reading speed at the same time. I didn't really need to do all this because I've been reading books since I was a child. So I didn't really have any issues with my reading speed. If you do have that issue, then sure, go ahead. But if you don't, then you're wasting your time because the information you get from newspaper is far less efficient than from a compendium, because the max you'll get is one important piece of information, one important story per day in a newspaper. That's not really efficient because you have to read 20 pages to find that one important story. So, do you need to read the newspaper every single day? If you have to improve your reading speed, yeah, sure. But अगर तुम्हारे पास ऐसी दिक्कत नहीं है, then why bother? It'll be just a waste of time for you. Next, how many mocks do I need to attempt? देखो भाई, in my entire preparation, I only attempted 28 mock tests, and that includes the PYQs of CLAT as well. 5 PYQs हो गए, तो I only attempted 23 dedicated mock tests, and I'm still here. तो जो भी तुम्हें कहता है कि तुम्हें 70 मॉक टेस्ट करने हैं, 80 मॉक टेस्ट करने हैं या 40 भी करने हैं, don't rely on that at all. It all entirely depends on you. Your entire preparation depends entirely on you. Even all these things I'm telling you, इसमें भी हर एक चीज में तुम्हें कुछ ना कुछ चेंजेस करने पड़ सकते हैं अकॉर्डिंग टू योर स्पेसिफिक डायनामिक्स। तो जैसे मुझे 40 मॉक टेस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी थी, मेरे 28 में ही हो गए, एंड दैट वाज बिकॉज आई took the time to analyze every single goddamn question. And analysis in a mock test, especially for CLAT, is very important because the thing is, तुम्हें if you've seen the last video I posted on CLAT, you'll know कि mock tests जो तुम्हें मिलते हैं, they aren't exactly accurate in the sense that you'll find a lot of questions which just उनके आंसर्स गलत है या क्वेश्चन ही गलत है, especially in the reasoning sections, legal reasoning and logical reasoning, even maths for that matter. You have to think critically and see कि तुम्हें जो आंसर दिया गया है अगर वो सही आंसर है, then yeah, you have to understand what you did wrong and how you can avoid that in the future. But अगर तुम्हें लग रहा है कि जो लॉजिक तुम्हें दिया गया है सोल्यूशन में, if it doesn't make sense, then you have to ignore it because हर हफ्ते इनको एक नया मॉक टेस्ट निकालना होता है, मिस्टेक्स इवेंचुअली कम अप। अगर एक्चुअल क्लैट पे इतनी गलतियां आ सकती है तो भाई मॉक टेस्ट पे तो आएंगी ही आएंगी, राइट? तो डोंट एस्पायर टू एनी पर्टिकुलर नंबर, नॉट जस्ट फॉर मॉक टेस्ट, ये भी कि अगर डोंट एस्पायर कि मुझे हर रोज इतना घंटा पढ़ाई करनी ही है। दैट इज an arbitrary goal that you're setting that you don't necessarily have to achieve because it's not an achievement. It might be good for somebody else, but you have to understand कि तुम्हारे लिए बेस्ट क्या है वो तुम्हें ही पता होगा। कि तुम्हें पता है कि तुम्हारा दिन में 1 घंटा पढ़ाई करने से काम हो जाता है या तुम्हें 10 घंटा काम करना पड़ सकता है। That depends entirely on you and only you know the answer to that question. तो how many mock tests do I need to attempt? जितने भी कर रहे हैं तुम्हारे ऊपर है, but ensure that you analyze mock tests for a larger amount of time than you attempt them. In the sense that 70% of your preparation is analysis of the mock test. Only 30% is the actual attempting of the mock test. Then the next question I had was, what sort of level of mathematics do I need to prepare for CLAT? And the answer to that is, देखो, CLAT isn't a mathematics intensive exam because law में तुम ज़्यादा maths use नहीं करोगे. I mean, of course you need to use basic maths, but you won't have to use integration or calculus or whatever. And in fact, most people who give CLAT are from the arts background, and arts में ज़्यादा बच्चे के पास maths होती ही नहीं है. So it doesn't make sense to have a maths intensive exam for a predominantly arts based aspirant body. So I would say till class 8th level maximum, 10th तक का भी नहीं चाहिए, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री नहीं आता है या that sort of thing doesn't come. जो आता है बहुत ही एलिमेंट्री, बहुत ही मतलब जैसे बाकी एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स में आते हैं, जो मैथ्स के पेपर्स में आते हैं, ये परसेंटेजेस, रेशियो प्रपोर्शन वगैरह वही आता है, बट उसके भी थोड़ा सा लोअर लेवल का आता है। जैसे इस साल का मैथ्स का पेपर में परसेंटेजेस ही आया था, रेशियो प्रपोर्शन ही आया था इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, एंड इट वाज वेरी इजी। मेरे आई थिंक मैथ्स में फुल आए थे, एक्सेप्ट फॉर दैट वन क्वेश्चन जो यू नो कि कॉन्ट्रोवर्सी कर रहा है कि इसका 204 आंसर 208 आंसर व्हाटएवर। तो द पॉइंट इज कि इतना डरने के लिए की बात नहीं है मैथ्स, बिकॉज क्लैट का मैथ्स इज नॉट मैथ्स पर से, इट्स क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड। क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड में क्या आएगा, जो बेसिक नंबर्स को मैनिपुलेट करने का होता है, प्लस माइनस डिविजन सब्ट्रैक्शन ये सब चीज़ें। तो परसेंटेजेस, रेशियो प्रपोर्शन, मैक्स टू मैक्स मेंसुरेशन आ सकता है, ये सरफेस एरियाज का, वॉल्यूम्स का, बट वो भी एक ही बार आया था आई थिंक पिछले 5-6 साल में। फोकस मोर ऑन रेशियो प्रपोर्शन एंड परसेंटेजेस, लाइक 50%, 70% ऑफ तुम्हारी मैथ्स की तैयारी शुड बी ऑन दीज टू टॉपिक्स। उसके अलावा तुम्हें जो करना है कर सकते हो कि मेंसुरेशन हो गया, वर्क टाइम डिस्टेंस हो गया, बेसिकली एनीथिंग बियॉन्ड दोज टू थिंग्स जो जनरली आते हैं कंपेटिटिव एग्जाम्स में, उसको भी करो श्योर, बट डोंट emphasize them as much as ratio, proportion and percentages. Then the next question I had was, do I need to know the laws to succeed in CLAT? Do I need to know legal theory? And the answer to that is actually no, because even though तुम्हें coaching classes में legal reasoning के नाम पे, quote legal reasoning के नाम पे legal theory पढ़ाई जाती है कि ये law क्या है, इस law का ये section क्या है, if I'm being honest, you should ignore those classes. I mean, dead serious, you have to ignore those classes because CLAT doesn't assess your लीगल नॉलेज, इट असेसेस योर लीगल रीजनिंग. हाँ, इस साल एक दो क्वेश्चन आ गए थे लीगल नॉलेज के, बट इस साल का क्लैट कैसा था तुम्हें भी पता है. You can't rely on this year's CLAT to inform your preparation for next year's CLAT. पिछले क्लैट्स में लीगल नॉलेज नहीं पूछी जा गई थी, लीगल रीजनिंग पूछी गई है. लीगल रीजनिंग में क्या आता है, तुम्हें एक प्रिंसिपल दिया जाएगा या एक पैसेज दिया जाएगा, उस पैसेज के बेसिस पे तुम्हें जो इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली है उसी के हिसाब से तुम्हें आंसर करना है. तुम्हें एक्सटर्नल नॉलेज की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं होगी. जो पैसेज में दिया गया वो ऐसे ही उसी यूज़ करके तुम्हें आंसर करना है. जैसे मान लो सरगेसी एक्ट पे क्वेश्चन आ गया, पैसेज आ गया, देन तुम्हें सरगेसी के बारे में कुछ बताया जाएगा, जो लीगल रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है वो बताया जाएगा, एंड देन तुम्हें केसेस दी जाएंगे कि मान लो इसको सरगेसी करानी है, कैन ही डू दैट और कैन शी डू दैट लीगली स्पीकिंग, कैन शी डू कमर्शियल सरगेसी. ये सब क्वेश्चन आएंगे जो कि तुम्हें पैसेज में ही आंसर दे रहेंगे. यू हैव टू extract information from the passage and then apply that information to specific situations in those questions related to that passage. So, do you need to know the law to succeed in CLAT? No. Even though a lot of coachings will tell you that you need to know the law and they will teach you the law, अभी पढ़ के क्या करोगे? You have 5 years of law school to learn the law. अभी पढ़ना स्टार्ट करोगे तो उससे फायदा क्या होगा? Then you will just be wasting those 5 years down the line. So the question that do you need to know the law to succeed in CLAT? Nope, not at all. Lastly, the question I had was, अगर CLAT नहीं हुआ, then is my life ruined? देखो भाई, CLAT is one of many entrance exams, even for law specifically. You have ALET, you have SLAT, you have LNAT UK, you have so many other exams जो कि CLAT के बाद ही होते हैं. You have even CUET for that matter. तो अगर CLAT नहीं हुआ, then you have other options. And अगर वो भी नहीं हुए, अगर मान लो कोई भी लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम नहीं हुआ, you can still pursue law after already having done 2 साल का बैचलर्स इन आर्ट्स. वो भी CUET से कर सकते हो. Then you can pursue 3-year law rather than 5-year जो integrated हम लोग करते हैं from CLAT. You can still study law even if CLAT नहीं हुआ या कोई भी law exam नहीं हुआ. You have 2 backups. You have other law entrance exams and then you have BA and then 3-year LLB. So it's not like your CLAT खत्म हो गया है. It's the end of the world for you. You have so many chances to redeem yourself. So अगर मान लो खुदा ना खास्ता अगर अगले साल का CLAT भी, इस साल का CLAT भी अगर बुरा हो गया, जैसे इस पिछले साल का हुआ था, अगर मान लो हर सेट में 25 क्वेश्चन गलत थे, अगर मान लो बच्चों के आंसर्स किसी के भी मैच नहीं हो रहे थे, वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो में भी यू हैव अदर लॉ एंट्रेंस एग्जाम्स, यू हैव CUET, अगर तुम्हारा वो भी नहीं हो रहा है, तुम्हें लॉ नहीं करना है, देन परस्यू अनदर कोर्स. इट माइट सक फॉर अ लिटिल बिट कि you know your friends are in college already and you're still preparing for exams, but कितना फर्क होगा? मैक्सिमम 2 साल का फर्क होगा, मैक्सिमम 2-3 साल का फर्क, मैक्सिमम. Eventually you'll get into some or the other college. Yes, your journey might be more difficult, but I mean, tough times create tough men. You'll end up thanking yourself कि wow, I've learned a lot more by being on this difficult journey than I would have been if I had everything on a silver platter. That's not to say कि हमें पढ़ाई नहीं करनी चाहिए. It does help considerably in all practical terms. But अगर नहीं हुआ, then you know too कि यार there are a lot of things you can do in life, and you won't fail in every single one of them. I've never met anybody in my entire life जो कि हर एक चीज में फेल हो गया है. Never. If I have somebody who is not academically bright, they're really good at sports. If they're not really good at sports, they're good at poetry. If they're not good at poetry, they're good at music. कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा तुम्हारे पास. And that applies to a career as well. अगर तुम CLAT में फेल कर रहे हो, then maybe OLET में अच्छा करोगे. OLET में अच्छा नहीं किया, maybe CUET में अच्छा करोगे. CUET में भी अच्छा नहीं किया, अगर क्या पता किसी फॉरेन के एग्जाम में कर लो, SAT में कर दो, SAT में कर दो, या फिर अगर वो भी नहीं हो रहा है, IP MAT में you can try. There are a lot of things for you to do. The end of CLAT isn't the end of the world. So don't lose hope. And that's all from me, I guess. If you enjoyed this video and found this helpful, please subscribe. And if there were any questions कि जो मैंने answer नहीं किए थे, you can leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them in the next video that I make. And that's all from my side. Bye-bye.